Good morning, חברים. רש סמך וו מן חיי מורן. אמר, כל מה שמשיח יעשה טובות לישראל, אני יכול לעשות. Anything that Mashiach will do for Am Yisrael, said Rabbeinu, I can do. רק שהחילוק היא שמשיח יגזור אומר ויקיים. Mashiach will force. אבל אני ולא פסק ולא דיבר. But me, he didn't finish the sentence. נוסח אחר, another version of what Rabbeinu said, אבל אני אין יכול לגמור עדיין. I can't finish the job yet. In other words, this itself is enough to get you moving. This enough is to get you committed. This enough is enough to get you to stop shopping. Said Rabbeinu, whatever Mashiach will do, I can do. The only difference is, Mashiach, you have no choice. The coin is flipped. The lights are turned on. The veil is removed. This is what you have to do. Right now, there's still a great big world that's telling you the opposite of what Rabbeinu said. But if you want to live Yemot HaMashiach, if you want to tap into whatever Mashiach is going to do for Klal Yisrael, well, it's right here. It's all here. It's all in front of you. The books are here. The difference between Mashiach and Rabbeinu is it's not game over. By Rabbeinu, there's still free choice. You want yes, you don't want no. In other words, Rabbi Natan said, my Mashiach already came. My Mashiach is already here. That's all Rabbi Natan said. There's no difference for Yemot HaMashiach for Rabbi Natan. He's already living in Yemot HaMashiach. There's no difference. There's a crazy, amazing pshat by Rav Gedalia Kenny on the Gemara that says Rabbi Shua ben Levi was standing at the gates of Rome and he met Mashiach and he told him, Matai yavo mar, when are you coming? He told him, Hayom. The next day he didn't come, so he found him again. He told me, you lied to me. He said, Hayom. He said, Hayom im bikolo tishma'u. What I meant is Hayom, if you listen to me. Pshat, simple pshat. If all the Am Yisrael would listen to Hashem today, we'd get Mashiach today. But Rabbi Gedalia says, it's not that Mashiach is going to come for the whole world when the whole world listens only. For you, if you're going to use the day fully and not think about tomorrow, if every second you're going to be tapped in, that's called Yemot HaMashiach. So Ayom, I told you I can come today. If you just now live in a way that every second you're living the now, you're not thinking about yesterday, not thinking about the future, you're using each day to its fullest, that's Mashiach. What's Mashiach going to do? Mashiach is going to come and do what exactly? He's going to tell people, stop wasting your time. But let's be honest. I know people that were on the other side of the spectrum. They were living their lives crazy. Anything but good. Tavot and you name it. Rishut, Tavot, Kavod, Gava, you name it. And you saw those people did tshuva and they became big tzaddikim. Tzaddikim gdolim meod. Chatzot, Avodat Hashem, Yitbodedut, Torah, Shurim, Tzedakot. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Just now the guy's using all of his energies and all his potential, he's putting in the holy side. But it's the same guy. I know one person who was so charismatic, he was so moshech, and he was doing all kinds of terrible things. Terrible. And today he's doing the opposite in Kedusha. In Avodat Hashem, in Stakot, in Chesed, in Torah. It's the same guy, it's the same energy, it's the same. Just, he found the breast, he found Rabbeinu, and he found Torah, but he found Rabbeinu that gets you out of the craziness of the world, even if you know Torah. That means that it's not he wants a little bit of a world and Torah. He wants only Torah, only Hashem. What's hard for people is they want both worlds. They want this world and the next world. But the tzaddik makes you realize there's no this world. And you really want a good this world, it's by tapping into the next world. The only way you can have a good existence here is if you're tapping into the next world here. Because there's no next world. Rabbeinu once said, people say there's Gan Eden and Geinam. Said, I don't know about I don't know about the Gan Eden, we believe it exists. And, Rabbeinu said, people say there's Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba. So he said, Olam Haba, we believe there is. But Olam Hazeh, could there be someplace Olam Hazeh? Here it's Geinam. There's no Olam Hazeh, it's Geinam. What does that mean? Here it's Geinam and there's Olam Haba. Pshat is, if you want, because there's is this Geinam? It's not Geinam. Well, it is. But there's no Olam Hazeh. Here it's either Gan Eden or Geinam. If you want Olam Haba now, you're in Gan Eden. If you want the next world here, you're already there. And if you want Olam Hazeh, well, there's no Olam Hazeh, you got tricked, you're in Geinam here. And we see all the people that are rushing for material pleasures and to fill up their physicality and for their honor. Do you think that they're happy? Do you think that these rich, famous people? Please do a study on the rich and famous. I want to hear how their family lives are, how their mental health is, how they're not happy. They put on, I read an article recently. I read a book. I have it. About a book I was going to give it to a gift to somebody, I didn't end up giving it. And they're speaking about 25 people who did tshuva. And they chose like all kinds of great people who changed their life. So one Israeli was a huge movie star in America. He says, here my whole life I wanted to be this, and here I'm with all the most depressed people in the world. He couldn't continue. He left. And one day he dropped everything, went back to Israel, went to yeshiva. But you think that that's something to aspire to? That's Olam Hazeh you want? That's Gan Eden, that's Geinam. That's Geinam. So what happens is the tzaddik takes you out of the foolishness of this world and lets you start using your abilities for Hashem. But it's the same person. So Mashiach is going to do the same thing, just going to do it for the whole world. Here, if you have the suit to know of Rabbeinu now, it's like getting dressed. Do an exercise. Get dressed for Shabbos. Go to the mikveh early. Take your shower. Get dressed. Come eat a little bit of a toameh. You know what's toameh? Toameh is like you taste the Shabbos food before. The Ocham HaKadosh used to eat a whole Shabbos food before Shabbos. He was tasting the foods of Shabbos. Ocham had 2 wives, you know? In Morocco, it used to be. So he had one wife that, the second wife, it was her Shabbos. So she cooked the Shabbos food. But the first wife, she cooked also. Because she knew the Ochaim was going to come and eat the whole Shabbos food of the second wife. She's going to be embarrassed. So she gave her the Shabbos food that she cooked, so she shouldn't be embarrassed on Shabbos. Because you don't know that my husband eats a full Shabbos Suda before Shabbos. Toameya. Come to shul. Turn off your phone. Learn for an hour before. You're in Shabbos. You're in Gan Eden. The other guy's still rushing to make the mikveh in the last 18 minutes. He's rushing, going crazy. He's fighting with his wife. He's baragan. He's still in Olam Hazeh. He's still in this one. You're already in Shabbos. You can already be in Shabbos now. It's the same guy. What is Rabbeinu? It's called tasting the Shabbos food before Shabbos and being ready for Shabbos an hour earlier. That's it. But it's the same Shabbat. Same thing. And Mashiach is that. Mashiach will just give over this derech that we have access to now. That's all. So why do you need to shop somewhere else? You want to have what do you say? Bang for your buck? The biggest return on investment in your time in Avodat Hashem? It's Apidat Rabbeinu. That's what he's saying here. I didn't say it. He said it. Shabbat Shalom.